Right. Everything is prepared. I have my cup of tea. And I have... just click on it. That would be nice. The live chat is now up and running. Here we are. Now we're ready to go. Okay, so good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Welcome to today's the latest Train Sim World 2 live stream from me. For today's stream, we're back in Germany, just like I did last Sunday, I think. Or not last Sunday, Sunday before. We are back in Germany on the Hauptstrecke Hamburg to Lübeck route. So we're going to do a couple of services. Express yourself. We'll do a run going from Hamburg to Lübeck, and then we'll do a freight service going in the opposite direction. So a regional express 80 service. Let's pick the first one. That is if it's not covered in snow or something. Seems the weather conditions are okay. Lovely. Just put that there. Put my cup next to me there. Wonderful. I'll have a look at the chat. E60 Guy 101, hey, how are you? I am on the 395. Excellent. That's what we'd like to hear. Put on the desk lights, the instrumentation lights, the headlights to white. Pantograph, train lights on. Now let's unlock the doors. I need to go and turn on the CFA, which that is not. That is. Oh, the doors haven't unlocked. Oh yeah, I haven't put on the master key. There we are. Or the reverser, that might help. There we are. A couple of brakes there. And we gotta go. No rest, we gotta keep going. Okay, let's go. So the first stop is Ahrensburg, which is 20 kilometers away. So far, so good. I mean, I've noticed I've done 2 streams in a row where I haven't actually completed an actual service. I hope to end that drought today. That's for sure. Lovely. Yeah, Hauptstrecke Hamburg Lübeck. I like it. It's not my favourite German route in the game, but I do like it. It's not the busiest, and it's not the biggest, but I don't know, there's something about it which I quite like. Let's see the train go by. A long old regional express. Of course, the destination displays are all working throughout the exterior of this train, which is good. The next speed limit will be 100 kilometers per hour. That station there is not used by any of the services. You can't even go through the station. You have to go around the station. Don't know what that station is. I have absolutely no idea. I do like the 112. It's certainly a worthy upgrade to the 143. And I do like the fact, of course, you can use the 112 in place of the 143 on routes that, well, incorporate a 143. It's essentially the same. Basically, it's a 143, but with tweaks and upgrades to the interior and the exterior. Kind of bringing it, I wouldn't say up to date, but certainly more, I suppose, advanced. Just little tweaks to make it more, well, a better package. Now we can increase the speed to 100. As we progress, I'm pretty sure you'll see the Mastery Edition that I unlocked a long time ago, which is the fairground and the Ferris wheel. I'm sure I'll show you that when we come to it. It's pretty easy to recognise because I think the Ferris wheel is spinning away. Or going round and round. Hope everyone's had a good start to the working week in these crazy times. The speed limit coming up will be 120 kilometers per hour. E60 Guy 101, the CSX SD40 and YM1 livery breaks the time period on Sandpatch grade. What do you mean breaks the time period? It's impossible for the time period to be the action, the 24-hour clock in the game. Wow, I'm stunned. That is true. Wow, I didn't realise it would break the in-game clock. That is wow, that is a first, isn't it? Who would have thought that? Wow. Matt Jennings, good evening. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. To see you nice. Just having some fun on Hauptstrecke Hamburg, Lübeck. There's the Ferris wheel, there's the fairground. Let me show you it as we go by. That's the fairground. Right next to an abandoned factory or some sort. You can see there's the fairground and everyone's having a good time. Nice to see. I mean, some mastery items or the scenery items are harder to spot than others. I mean, I think there was a pirate ship or some sort of old maritime boat on Boston Sprinter. I couldn't find where it was, but then it was tucked away on the left hand side of the station near the quayside, which was quite cool for sure. 11 kilometers to go until Ahrensburg. Now 10 kilometers to go until Ahrensburg. E60 guy 101 wish Dovetail added the diorama. Yeah, I remember that. I'm surprised they took that away. That was quite a nice little feature of the game. I know dynamic background and a choice of backgrounds too. I think we had, what was it, Great Western Express, we had Long Island, we had Northern Transpennine, which I used, Main Splendid Barn, I think, and I think that's it. So yeah, I'm surprised they took that away. I would have liked that. Oh well. There's the geese. Or some sort of bird. Every time I go past, there are some sections on this route we can hear some like geese or some sort of bird. It's very strange. Wonder if there is actually birds in the game. I think on Brighton main line they have some seagulls going over the station or the area of Brighton. It'd be quite cool to have some more wildlife. Like, you see some gardens or something and you see this little 2D butterflies flying around, or something at springtime, or wintertime you have robins, or some more wintry things like snowmen and all that kind of stuff. That would be nice. Just over exactly now 5.5 kilometers until Ahrensburg. Certainly in terms of me talking and in the stream, this train is the easiest to drive because obviously it automatically controls the speed. That is obviously called the speed selector here. Wish every train would have it. No, but jokes aside, I don't mind if we have some trains that have this speed selector cruise control or not. I do like a bit of a challenge now and again. Matt Jennings, I'm enjoying the expansion pack, especially on the Curl route with the S-Bahn services, but if I want to take the train back to Curl, I can't insert the master key and have the AI to do it for me. Oh, fair enough. Glad you're enjoying the expansion pack. For those of you wondering, I still haven't got it. I'm not. I will purchase it. Just not yet. I'll wait for my bank account to look a bit more positive. Then I'll probably splash £8-9 or whatever it is now. £8.99. I have other things to worry about in the world of money and finances and all that rubbish. In terms of new routes, well, it depends which one comes out first and the price of them, but if my financial situation does not get any better, at least in the short term, then I will not be purchasing any new stuff for the foreseeable future. I will get them, I just won't get them immediately. We have to be a fair while until that happens, I'm afraid. I mean, I wish I could arrest that slide or that concern with YouTube money, but unfortunately, yeah, YouTube can't pay all my bills, unfortunately. So it's just the way the world goes around, I'm afraid. Unless you lot, the viewers, want to very kindly donate, then that's of course up to you. I'm not forcing you. I'm not that kind of person. There we are, here we are, Aaronsburg, and nearly 2 minutes early, which is fantastic. Awesome. Thierry Jenkins? I don't know, I'll call you Thierry, it's easier. Hey, just joined, hey, welcome. We've just reached the first stop, so there's plenty of more action to come, don't worry. Just doing a regional express service going from Hamburg to Lübeck in the 112, and then in the opposite direction I'll do a freight service. For those of you that don't have Hamburg, Lübeck, or a bit unsure of where we are, that's where we are. I'd say near enough a halfway point. This is the port down here, this freight port. And all the way over here is where we're going, Lübeck. E60 Guy 101, what do you think of Cane Creek? I have very good a big compliment to make of Cane Creek. I know since it came out, I didn't purchase it actually when it first came out last summer. I waited for a while. I think I purchased it in when did I purchase Cane Creek? I think it was September last year. I waited a few months after a few updates and tweaks and fixes came out, and I must say, excluding the locomotives, the only thing I like about the locomotives is the liveries. That's it. Everything else is pretty much the same as a CSX versions of those locomotives, the SD40-2 and the AC4400CW. But I must say, the route, the scenery, the distant scenery, when you're sitting in the cab, just it takes my breath away. It looks absolutely fantastic. That's why I have high hopes that Skyhook can repeat that similar, well, not similar scenery, because Horseshoe Curve is is not in Utah, but the standard has been set, and I hope Skyhook can repeat it again with Horseshoe Curve. But time will tell. And speaking of time will tell, of course, the route was delayed by Dovetail and Skyhook. They decided to collectively come to an agreement that time was more needed to work on it, and I like that. It's the second route, I think, in the series where we've had a route delayed, if I'm not mistaken, particularly by the third-party developers of because Rivet had West Cornwall delayed by a few weeks, and Skyhook's Horseshoe Curve has been delayed for how long till remains to be seen. But I like the fact that, you know, Dovetail is giving more of a helping hand. But anyway, back to my opinion of Cane Creek. It is long. It's not the longest route in the game, but it feels very long because you're mostly going at either 20 or 25, 15 miles per hour, that kind of mark. And the operations, they're pretty basic, mostly point A to point B kind of journeys. For rolling stock, the freight stock, I should say, they're okay. I wish we had some sort of unique rolling stock or something. I know that Skyhook, couldn't get the appropriate wagons for that Cane Creek, be it I think the containers or whatever, these, you know, those small boxes where they have to carry radioactive tailings or whatever it was, I'm not too sure. Obviously, to kind of replicate that, they just use the coal hoppers from from Peninsula Corridor, which obviously does not reflect real life, not even close. I wish they could have used the for trash containers that we had on Northeast Corridor, New York. I mean, it kind of looks similar to the real rolling stock they would use on those procedures. But yeah, overall, there's a few negatives, like I said, for locomotives and using the same rolling or freight stock, I should say, from previous routes that, well, nowhere near match the let's get the speed down, the real life counterparts. But yeah, overall, Cane Creek, just for its scenic beauty as well as the challenge, I really do admire. Need to get down the speed. My god, why is it taking so long? Too busy chatting away. Anyway, what is the next stop? Bad Oldesloe, 12 kilometers away. There's another train. Stopped at Bad Oldesloe. Thierry, the Harlem line will be £24.99, considering it's 24 miles long. It's ridiculous. There, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I suppose we can't just judge a route purely on the mileage. We have to judge a route on the overall package. What the route actually has. What types of services does it have? What would the operations be like? What would the scenarios be like? All those kind of things. So it's not just on the route miles. I mean, I can understand your frustration. I believe the Harlem line is even shorter than West Somerset. So, and West Somerset was cheaper, if I recall. It's nearly £20 in the UK. A Rosa line, I think that is full price, and that is 13-14 miles. So yeah, it's a tricky balance, but regardless how many times we can all complain about the pricing structure, we're all going to buy them anyway, aren't we? Regardless. After all, we are, I suppose, a part of that problem. We argue about it, but we keep buying them. That's why I've changed my view on DLCs, particularly now. Not my opinion on how they will, what they're like as packages, but just purely from a buying perspective. What I used to do was I just straight up and buy them, regardless what state or what they offered. But now I take more time to analyze it and see previews of it on streams or whatever, or see what other people, people's experiences of a certain route or thingamabob. I mean, obviously I haven't purchased the expansion pack because I don't know, to me it just like it's good, but to me it's just not yet for me. Like there's something in the way that makes me think me no likey. I just wish they added more, you know what I mean, to the package. Yes, they've thrown in 3 scenarios for each of the base train sim world routes, but I'm not really interested in the scenarios, to be honest. And when you have only one route that's been majorly improved on the timetable services, and one has only 6 or 7, which I can agree on, and then Sandpatch Grade has none new services, I'm sorry, I just can't buy it at this moment in time. Maybe if a lot of people convince me, I may do, and also have to make sure that the finances are right for me as well, so I can buy it without my heart going into cardiac arrest over my bank account. Yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll see what happens, eh? Ashley Cole South Eastern fan. Hey, any liveries for me to make, as it's going to be my last one? I have no idea. Honestly, I'm sure there's a few people in the live chat that will like to see you create something or see what you can come up with. I personally don't know. For those of you that are new, I have zero interest in delivery designer, the creators club, or the scenario planner. Absolutely no interest whatsoever. I've never touched it, never will. Not my scene. There's another train. We're just 1.5 kilometers away from Bad Oldesloe. I'll have a look at the chat when I get to the next stop, which is approaching us now. Here's Bad Oldesloe. Full service. There we are. Perfect. Right, now I can look at the chat. E60 Guy 101, I'm glad less add-ons out this year because of last year there were too many, especially towards the end of the year, where too many add-ons like the G6 RHP pack. That's true. I would actually prefer more locomotive add-ons than routes, because obviously the loco DLCs are, well, twice as cheap to the to the routes, and especially the newer routes. I think we do need a lot of locomotive add-ons to those routes. There's obviously loads to do. I mean, apart from Southeastern's the only new one that's had. Oh no, actually, saying that, Sandpatch Grade and Curled Archon have had locomotive DLCs. What needs a loco DLC? Isle of Wight doesn't need one. We could do, actually. Could probably use the that new tube stock that it got at the start of this year. LGV, we need a TGV Resu duplex badly. I hope and pray that we get that. I am desperate to see something new in LGV Mediterranean. It's one of my favourite routes in the game. Maybe just another TGV route in general, that would be awesome. Clinchfield, we could do with the... what was it? The U36C, whatever it's called, and maybe a GP7 switcher. This, you could have the 218, and maybe a shunter, like a 261 or a 294 or something like that. What else is there? Cathcart, we could have a class 170. It would perfectly fit the time period, as I think Cathcart Circle was in, or produced, replicated, I should say, is in 2014. So obviously the class 314 now in Glasgow Cathcart in real life, I don't think is even there anymore. So yeah, class 170 could possibly make sense. Cane Creek, I have no idea. Brighton Main Line, I have no idea. Lübeck Dresden, again, I have no idea. Boston Sprinter, one easy contender is the Acela. Hope to see that. That would be quite cool. West Cornwall, I'm not sure. Maybe I was going to say a HST, but have to be completely new from the ground up, won't it? Because have to be an older HST. That could be a possibility, but I'm not again too sure. Sherman Hill, we could have maybe an SW10 switcher. That would be quite cool. And obviously Taranto Ramp and all the other new ones, I have no idea. Anyway, the next stop is Rheinfeld, which is just over 6.5 kilometers away. Wait, the chat has flown by. What have we got here then? Thierry, I mean, dovetail local add-ons are not very detailed, and the TSG G6 is the same price but more detailed. Oh yeah, it is more. It's more in depth for sure in terms of the things you can do to it. You know, it's got 4 different type of braking systems. You can open up the hatch to close the cut-off valve, and I love the little green shunter. I'm excited to do a stream on that one day and do some shunting duties, either on Rhine Austin or was it Taranto Ramp. The rush hour add-ons, especially on the commuter, the scenarios are full. Yep. Busy scenarios. Full of trains, but timetable mode, there's hardly any passing trains. It does got to give you that rush hour feel. Well, next gen it does, believe me. It really is busy. I think you're guaranteed to see a train almost every 1 or 2 minutes. That's for sure. Passenger wise, obviously that could vary from the time of day. Thierry, I hope part of the HS2 is made in the future. That would be interesting. Could that happen? I don't know. Depends if it actually gets completed. It will need to be completed first, I think, before, and it will have to be completed first, won't it? So you can have the operator. Then we will know what the operator will be on that HS2. I'm not sure if they've actually the government have decided who will be the operator, the first operator of the HS2. That is, if it's ever completed, because I think they scrapped a part going to Leeds, if I'm mistaken, which I think was like the whole point of the Ruddy project, was to better connect London to the north of England, and well, they've scrapped half of it because of they ran out of money. And it's going over budget, and it's wasting time. And plus the environmental concerns, of course. Am I a fan of HS2? Personally not. I don't think we really need a brand new high-speed line. We should just make upgrades to the existing infrastructure we have, even though it probably won't work as well as a new, fresh high-speed line, but yeah, we're living in an age now where the environment is playing a bigger part in everyone's lives, so we have to be mindful of that, of course. I'm not saying I'm an environmental activist, I'm not at all that, I'm not saying that. I just, yeah, it's a waste of taxpayers' money, to be honest with you. And even though I am a train fan, I wouldn't support it, and we've gone way too far. But that's okay. The passengers will not complain. Right, now look at the chat, which is rocketing bound, so I do apologise if I can't keep up. Thierry, Thames 700, now they have the licence. Oh yeah, that's true. Chicago Railroads, that's a long name, isn't it? Chicago Railroads video Videos Photography Productions. Hey, how are you? Welcome. Nice to see you. We really need the SLO Express. I hope so. I hope we get it. As well as the P40 and the P42 DC. So yeah, that would be quite cool to see. Bright mainline, you could add the 455 or the 700. I know what the 700 looks like, Matt Jennings. I'm not sure what the 455 looks like. E60 Guy 101. These add-ons are like the British Rail BRS diesels. Either you get a really good diesel or lemon diesel. Yeah, that's true. Big Boss Rail Fanner. Hey, Spurs. Hey, Big Boss. How are you? Hope you're well. Just taking a couple of trips on the Hauptstrecke Hamburg Lübeck today. E60 Guy, and you could take the hard hat on or off, of course, with the G6 shunter. That's quite a nice little gimmick there. Yeah, I agree. Cherry, well, I'm on PS5 as well. Oh well, yeah, you will agree with me then that Brighton is busy. There is no denying that it is busy. Yeah, I mean, I've done 35 episodes on different types of services, and there's no disputing that in every single one of those videos, they're busy. Trust me, they are busy. I mean, apart from the very early morning period, like 4 o'clock in the morning or something, yeah, of course it's going to be quiet then, but until, like, you know, very late at night and very, very early in the morning, like 3 or 4 in the morning, then other than that, I personally think it lives up to its busyness and rush hour credentials. I mean, it's got over nearly close to 1,500 services, so if 1,500 services doesn't make it busy, then what will make it busy? Nothing will then. That's just my opinion, of course. What's the next stop? The next and final stop is Lübeck Hauptbahnhof, 12 kilometers away, I should say. Thierry, I know Siemens and Talgo might be building the trains. Ooh, okay, for HS2. Ooh, interesting. Foxy, hey, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Hope everyone is, of course, all safe and well in these crazy times. Hope everyone has had a good start to the week, to the working week, wherever you are around the globe. Of course, if you enjoyed the stream, or if you are new to the stream, I would I'll be very appreciative if you could like it and subscribe, and tell your friends that I stream on a weekly basis. Maybe not as consistent in the week as some others, I will admit, but at least on the Sunday and the Monday. It gives me a chance to catch up and have a chat with you all and have some fun on Train Sim World. If you've missed on some streams, there is a dedicated playlist on my channel that concerns all of the Train Sim World 2 streams I have done since my return to streaming. Thierry, I mean, where I live, I see the Class 66, the 170, the 158 and 156. It's a fair bit of variety there. I don't see any of those trains where I live now. I don't see any of them. Big Boss, fine, just hanging in, playing in Horizon Zero Dawn on my PS4, excellent. Foxy, I tried to get a PS5 digital one, but I don't know when they drop. I got an app for that, I want one soon, because I have TSW for PS4. Yeah, PS5s are still hard to get. They're not easy to get hold of, and they're not cheap either, especially if you go for one that's not on the PlayStation website or something, or the Sony website. They could go for close to nearly £1,000, £1,000, $1,000. It's just ridiculous. I mean, this year will be marking, 2 years since the PS5's come out, and obviously I can imagine a large quantity of the gaming community that want a PS5 don't have a PS5. So I do feel for you. It is it's hard, it's challenging, but I'm pretty sure you'll get one. When? I don't know, but I'm confident. I'm sure you'll get one. It's a matter of finding it and affording it. Foxy's okay, that's good. At Jenny's class, Sport 55s run local Southern train metro services, and also Southwestern metro services. Ah, okay, I see. Foxy, remember you talked about prey. Good Lord, I did not know that, because we would not have changed anything. But let's change topics. Oh, what was that? I remember you talked about praying. Not in this stream. No. Oh, you mean Foxy on the Ukraine? Yeah. I talked about that yesterday. We're not going there again. The last thing I want to talk about is that right now. Foxy, what do you like about this locomotive you have here? What I like about it, obviously it's a small but incremental improvement, important improvement to the 143. I'm not sure the sound packages are different. Obviously it looks different from the interior. Like I think on the 143 you have switches like these for the lights up here, but now you don't. You just have a single round switch for the lights. The destination display outside the train works, and I need to brake. That might be a wise thing to do. Yeah, just overall, it's a dream to drive. Obviously, it's easier to chat with, to talk about things, because driving this locomotive is a doddle. Anyone can drive it because of the the speed control system. And there's some tweaks as well to the exterior. I think there's some different configuration with the lights. So yeah, it may not look as different as a 143, but it is. The changes are quite noticeable, even though there are a few changes, not wholesale changes. If you know what I mean. I think the performance characteristics are the same. Because obviously it's an electric locomotive. But everything works. PZB works. Not sure of LZB. I don't even know if it has LZB. But yeah, CIFA works, obviously, because I'm using CIFA for tonight's stream, or this afternoon stream, or this morning stream, whatever time it is, wherever you're watching it. E60 guy, what a worm. Wonder if there'll be any Penn Central routes. I don't know. Yeah. Not much to say, is there? I don't know much about Penn Central, I'll be totally honest. So, there's the freight yard on our right. We're not too, oh my lord, we're not far from Lübeck now, are we? I only need to get down another bit of speed. We'll be 60 now. Hopefully I can complete this service. It's been 2 streams on the bounce that I've failed to complete a service. It's always ended in a red signal failure. I'm pretty sure I will end that streak. that unwanted streak for sure. 60 kilometers per hour. We got a yellow. Hopefully we don't get a red. We do, but it's fine. Thierry, and also the 755. Excellent. I live on Stansted Airport to Birmingham line, the Ipswich to Peterborough line, and the Norwich to Liverpool line, as well as one of my favourite lines to Felixstowe. Hey, look at that! You can see a stack load of trains where you are. Then you might as well put a camera out your window or something, or when you go train spotting or something, and just live stream for hours and hours on end, like you see some of these cameras that do what is it, a rail, there's like a rail cam YouTube channel that just constantly streams day and night, be it in the UK or the US. There's one in Dawlish, that was quite interesting. I watched a bit of that when we had the storms a couple of weeks ago. I can turn off the speed selector as we are approaching our stopping point. Just need to creep forward a little bit more. Come on, keep going, keep going. Don't let me down. Just turn it on just a tad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Excellent. Rock and roll. I'm relieved. No failure this time. Big tick. Smiles all round. I'm happy now. Excellent. Happy, happy, happy. Foxy, I hope I'll get one before going to university in October and I have to pay other bills. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't choose to go to university. I mean, at some points I do wish to go to university because of everything other than university, doing the learning and the studies and the education, like, going out with friends and, all that kind of stuff. I do like that. I'm not saying I'm an alcoholic. I don't go drinking every single night and go to every pub and bar in London or something, but because university-wise, I'll try and go to a university in London or something, so it's near family, so I won't have to pay, rent or something like that, or money for an apartment, or what do you call it? Not student housing. Is it student housing? Student apartment blocks, whatever you call it. Some university campuses have a huge blocks for students to base themselves. Right, that's that journey done. Now we can commence the second half of the stream where we will do some freight activity. So let's go into this. The freight night. I hope it's not just freight at night. I'll be a pain in the neck. Lübeck, please. Lübeck to Rovenbergsort. New Journeys expansion. Out now. Purchase it while you can. Right. Oh my lord, it's pouring with rain and I can't see a thing. Oh well, we must do what I've been instructed to do. This is going to be a first. Ooh. This is going to be a challenge. Put on Seafoot. Where's the lights? Headlights, this vehicle only. I think we're all good. Yep. Okay. How do we turn the wipers on? There we are, wipers are on. Right. Before I will go, I'll just ask you all, do you want me to put the cab light on, just in case you can't see very well? I'll let you decide what you want me to do regarding visibility, or brightness more importantly. While you're doing that, I will look at the rest of the chat. Foxy live near Lüneburg and Hamburg. I see a lot of trains, especially 146. Excellent. I understand, but watch out, this acceleration of this loco is a bit messy. Yeah, it is. Crazy Dash, good afternoon, Spurs. I would say good evening, but where you are it's good afternoon, so good afternoon. Crazy Dash, nice to see you. Foxy, I saw this kind of videos from Sweden Railways. Nice. Thierry on services run every 1 hour through the evening. One evening. Okay. Busy. E60 guy. Quick summary. Penn Central is a merger between New York Central and Pennsylvania Railroad. The company was a disaster. Trains derailing every single day. And the company went bankrupt and Amtrak was full. Oh, that's funny. Derailing every day. Oh, dear. Foxy, I like that you just talk about yourself, experiences, etc. Streams. I was like, listen to you. Oh, thank you. Maybe I should do a radio show or just a podcast. I don't know what podcast on, but yeah, something like that. Actually, for Duke Nukem has spoken. Yes. Gracious, I love driving in the rain. I don't like driving in the rain. Real life or in the virtual world. Above the driver's seat. Okay, above the driver's seat there, those big lights. Left cab light. Yes, please. Turn on the reading light. Okay. What here? Must be something on here. Reading lights. Apparently there's a cab light somewhere up here. You turn on the light. What have we got? Cab light. There we go. Never knew that. Oh, thank you. I'll turn on the right one, see if it's too bright. Oh, ain't too bad actually. Let's see, I'll just check with it off. Oh yeah, oh no, it lightens up again. I think I'll leave it like that, that's alright. Right, this is a challenge. My first stream on my comeback, that's conducted in the rain. Now we just have to wait for the brakes or something. Maybe we're not using enough power. Come on, train, help me out here. Here's a question for you all. Does this locomotive, the ES64 U2 Taurus, does it have sand? Do you have sand in Germany? I don't think you do you? Because obviously American locomotives, freight locomotives, and maybe passenger, I'm not too sure. Yeah, they have the use of sand. I'm not sure. I don't think, no, it couldn't be, could it? Surely something as advanced, excuse me, as this has sand, surely. There we are. Whoa, too much. It doesn't like that. Sorry, train. What even is our consist? Hamburg Süd and Hapag Lloyd container wagons. I'll watch them all go by. Don't hurt me, train. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, train. I'm sorry. I'll ease the power. I'm rusty. I haven't driven in the rain in ages. This is why I don't do any of my videos of at your service in the rain. Alright, our one and only stop is at Rovenbergsort, which is 54 kilometers away. Foxy, I would actually like to listen to a podcast for you, honestly. Very kind of you. I wouldn't actually know how to do a podcast, to be honest. Like, I know you need to obviously, I think producing a podcast is easy. Just got to make a script for it, an idea, and just talk for however long a podcast should be. Is then, I think, putting it up on either, like Spotify or what is in the UK we have BBC Sound. Oh no, it could be BBC Sounds, could it? Silly me. I'm not working for the BBC. Or Apple, what is it? Apple Music or the iTunes Store or those kind of things. SoundCloud, I think, is another one of those podcast websites. So I'm not sure. I mean, I have to ask my sister. She's She's a radio presenter after all. maybe one day, but yeah, podcast is certainly something I'm not striving for, that's for sure, not at this moment in time. Thierry, UK freight locomotives of sand, and Crazy Dash says I think German trains of sanders. Oh, okay. Janos Adair, hey, how are you? We have the same locomotive at Hungary, and it sounds like that. Awesome. Dovetail will be pleased of that then. Yeah, but I do like this locomotive. I mean, I think to me personally, I think the BR-182 for rapid transit is one of the best locomotive DLCs the German routes have had. I think you could use the 182 on the red 182 on if it's just exclusively passenger services you're after. Then I think Hamburg-Lübeck actually you can use the 182. The rapid transit one in Hamburg-Lübeck. The other routes I'm not sure. Why? Because I haven't got it installed. I've had to delete rapid transit and the 182 just to squeeze this route onto the game. I think I'm like a few hundred megabytes away from the DLC limitation, so yeah, happy. Managed to squeeze it on this route, which is good, onto the game. And of course you could use the 182 in freight services on Rössig Nord, Mainspessel Bahn. You could use the black ES64 U2 Taurus I'm driving now on, I think, Rheinrohr Austin, the Werke Dresden, and of course this. I think. I'm sure there are more, but I'm not too sure. Right, I'm going to cruise for a minute. I think we're doing okay so far. We've got a green for the next, well, over 3 kilometers, so that's positive. I can look at the chat for a little while. Crazy Dash probably just have to look for it, yeah. I'm not sure. I never thought about that, really. If it's our sand. Have to have a look. It would be nice if we had a manual, but yeah, Dovetail's a bit lazy to produce a manual. It's funny, isn't it, that Rivet Games and Skyhook, and even TSG, they can produce manuals, but Dovetail can't. They used to, but they just can't for some reason. I don't know, maybe they want to make the tutorials more in depth, so you won't need a manual. I always prefer a manual. Nothing beats a manual. Thierry, I mean the DBR 101 does that in the dry conditions. Yeah, that's true actually. Crazy Dash 182 doesn't have the greatest traction ever. You have to be relatively gentle with the throttle. Yeah. We're doing okay so far. We're chugging along nicely. I had no practice at all. I just picked this service and the journey mode at random. I didn't think it was going to rain. Hence my surprise and disappointing reaction. But I'm up for the challenge for once, so let's do it. 47 kilometers to go until Rovenbergsort. Thankfully, as we proceed to Rovenbergsort, the daylight will obviously continue to get brighter, so we'll be able to see where we're going. At least you'll be able to see what I'm doing a bit more clearly, which is one saving grace, I suppose. But the rain won't stop. That's the not so saving grace bit. Thierry, for anyone unaware, BBC stands for the British Broadcasting Corporation. That's correct. I think the BBC actually has, what is it? ABC, I think, like almost like a parent company or something, is alongside it. I think ABC is in America. I think the one in Australia, maybe. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I'm just babbling, completely guessing, of course. Foxy, I'm annoyed that they removed the 182 from passenger services on Dresden. Have they? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, I didn't realise. I didn't realise that. Oh, that's a shame. I never knew it was even on Dresden. Oh, that was a surprise. Oh, fair enough. These limitations just suck, I would say. Well, that's with every game, isn't it? However advanced they can be, there's always limitations, and the PS5 has limitations of its own, as proven, unfortunately, by the, well, quite a few, actually. You only get a gigabyte limit of 64 for DLCs. You can't change the, you can't even change the wallpaper, which is ridiculous, which is annoying. You can't even change the colour. It's always grey. I mean, why? Why does it have to be grey and silver? Why can't I have like a different colour? I used to have blue on my PS4, blue flowing background, when going through the menus in the settings. And on my home page, if you like, on my PS4, I had, what was my wallpaper? I think it was like a Lexus racing car or something for GT Sport. On the PS5, you don't get any of that. Why, I have no idea. Just takes away a bit of personalisation there. Unfortunate, to say the least. Janos Eder, in Hungary this locomotive has 8,000 horsepower, so it's pretty powerful. 8,000? I didn't realise it had 8,000 horsepower. That's a lot of horsepower. Way. I wonder what is the most powerful locomotive in the game. Well, this has got to be up there, certainly, with 8,000 horsepower. Wow. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy amount of power. Just increase the throttle by a little bit. It's resisting. Meep. Thank you, Roadrunner. It's slowly getting there. There's a bit slight of resistance, probably from the steepness of the grade we're going up, but it's now receding. The grade, it was 0.7%, it's now 0.2, and we're just over 40 kilometers away from Rovenbergsort. Oh, 12 people watching tonight. I'm surprised. I must be good at this game. Well, thank you for all tuning in. I do appreciate your viewership and the time you take to watch and have some fun with me in Train Sim World. There's a passenger service screaming by, or whizzing by I should say, as it's an electric locomotive. Yes, Sifa, thank you very much. E60 going on, the rain will spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes. Oh yes. That's from Henry, isn't it? In when he was stuck in that tunnel in Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, I remember watching that as a kid. Oh dear. Thierry, ITV stands for the Independent Television Authority, I believe. I don't know myself, to be honest, so I'll take your word for it. Bobby, hey, how are you? Welcome. Hope you're well. You don't have to ask 3 times saying hi or question mark. I can see the chat. I will get there. Once again, I do apologise. I am trying my best to keep up with the live chat. Thierry, the DLC size cap has gone up by like 2 gigs. Okay. Not a massive difference, but it's a difference, I suppose. I'll just still play safe. That's for sure. Crazy Dash, you might want to be a little careful going 140 kilometers per hour in this. I've done it with PZB on and I never had enough time to stop. PZB luckily stopped me before the red signal. I usually go 120 on PZBM. Yeah, well, hopefully there's no trains in front. I didn't bother looking, to be honest with you. I don't think there is. Oh, shut up, Sifa. Give me a chance to have a look what I'm doing. Trying to whiz through the map as fast as possible. What's that? No, that's nothing there. Nope, no. Ah, there is a train there. Okay. But we're a fair way off, so we should be okay. I think once we get come off the main line and onto this little section to the port, then I think the speed limit dramatically decreases. I think to like 100 or 80 kilometers per hour. But yeah, I'll just keep cruising at a steady pace, and hopefully we don't see any red signals. Otherwise I'll be screwed. I've had enough histrionics with red signals in the last couple of weeks when it comes to streaming on this game. Foxy, yeah, the 182 needs a bit of work when it comes to the brakes. I think the 182 brakes are pretty good, to be fair. I mean, I haven't tried them in the wet weather conditions, and with this consist, I will admit that. But generally, when I've played, when I did the 182 on the my timetable series at your service, or the scenarios, or the tutorial, I found the braking performance to be pretty decent. Certainly, his acceleration performance is very impressive. Whatever load it's pulling, be that passenger or freight. Thierry, I was driving the 387 yesterday and the AWS tripped me twice. I haven't driven. When was the last time I went on Brighton Mainline? I think the last time I went on Brighton Mainline was back in late November, early December. I haven't installed it since then. Janos Adair, in passenger train service it can accelerate very well. By the way, I can't speak English very well, so excuse me if I say something wrong. That's fine, Janos, that's fine. I'm the same when I'm in a foreign route in the game, so to speak, like in I don't know, Germany, or a French route, TGV, or yeah, other routes that I struggle to pronounce stations or areas of the game correctly. So don't worry, I know how you feel, but don't worry, I'll try and understand what you say. Don't worry. It's hard learning a different language. I mean, I'm trying to learn French at the moment because hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going abroad next month. Yeah, excited. I've been abroad. When's the last time I went abroad? I think the last time I went abroad was to Spain and Portugal in 2019. So yeah, it's been a while. It's not a long trip abroad, I must admit, than what I used to do, but a nice little escape is always nice. And it's the first time I've been to France, so quite interesting. Right, under 30 kilometers to go until Rovenbergzort. Speed limit of 110 coming up, so I'll just come off the power and let gravity take us down to that speed. If we can get down to that speed in time, that is. I'm pretty sure we will. I'm pretty confident of that. Maybe not, actually. There. What am I doing? Pressing the direct brake. Get on the train brake, you silly devil. There we are, that will do. I'll just pay attention to the minute when we change speed, see if the signals change colour. Speed limit of 90, and what's the signal? Green, okay. Okay, we're doing well so far. Got to slow down to 90, so let's do that. That should do the job. There's another passenger train. And another one. Two at the same station. Bobby playing Train Sim World right now. Excellent. It's good, good. Got a bit of sunlight coming into the cab, so there's a tiny, tiny bit of sun in the sky. I'll have a look at the chat again. Thierry, I mean, when driving container trains, I always drive at 75 or 120 kilometers per hour, as that's how fast they are allowed to go in the UK. So 75, it's still pretty quick for a freight train, isn't it? Blimey. I thought it'd be much lower in the UK than in, well, routes that have obviously a lot of electrified lines. So obviously the electric locomotives are quicker to accelerate and decelerate, providing depending on what that specific consist is, if it's passenger or freight or heavy freight or a long passenger train or a not so long passenger train. Still pretty quick. Crazy Dash, I'd like to see Railjet. The 182 is a major workhorse in Austria. Love to drive that at 230 kilometers per hour. I wouldn't be at all surprised if one day we get a route in Austria. Certainly Rivet's expertise, so to speak, particularly in Train Simulator, has obviously been on, you know, the Swiss or Austrian routes. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if we get Austria. Austria is a beautiful country. I haven't been there. I've got relatives that have been to Austria. And yeah, the landscape and the infrastructure there, the local architecture, depending where you go to. I think they went to Salzburg they went to a Christmas market in Salzburg in 2019, and yeah, the photographs they showed me when they came back was just remarkable, lovely. Now you have the scenery is just stunning, especially at the Christmas time. I think that certainly to me puts the town of Salzburg in I forgot the word I was going to use, but anyway, never mind. It looked great at Christmas time. Oh, we don't want to accelerate. Needs to throttle a little bit. There we are. Now we can slowly climb speedometer. What's the next speed? 120. Okay. Just over 20 kilometers to go. So far, it's trouble free. Touch wood. Thierry, I'd like to see the Free Countries Corner route in the game. Free Countries Corner. Now, what is that? Germany, Austria, or Switzerland, or something like that? I'm not too sure. I think there's one in Train Simulator where there's a route in, was it Slovenia or something? I'm not too sure. Slovenia, Slovakia, something like that. I'm not too sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I know which one you mean. I just don't know what the countries are. But I've heard of the Free Country Corner. That's for sure. Thierry, if the two dots under the signal are green, that means the next signal would be green. Okay. Bobby's on the CSX route. Excellent. Janos Adair, what do you think about Lurzen to Cersei? It will come out in March, I think. It's difficult to draw conclusions on what it is because there's not much been said about Lurzen to Cersei other than it's not a long route, but I do like that 523, that RAB 523. It's certainly different. It's like almost, was it like a cab car kind of style? It's certainly got similar visual proportions to the Doppelstock coaches and cab car or DVT or Stahlwagen, however you wish to call it, of course. So there's some similarities there. I'm not sure if it's just a cab car and some coaches. I imagine it's not a cab car, but it certainly looks like that from the photographs we've got. There's no locomotive, so it's not obviously a cab car, but it looks like one. And I like it. It's different. It certainly has a different. What would I say? What was the word I would use against that? It's an eye opener. I think it was something I certainly was not expecting that Rivet would make. I thought they would make another route with the GE442 or something. But yeah, something completely new, something more up to date for another route in Switzerland. Yeah, I'm interested in it. Whether it's good, that's another story. The one thing I have concerns is the visuals of another route in Switzerland, because obviously the mountains play obviously a big part in Switzerland, and if there are going to be some big landscapes in the distance like mountain passes or Alps or whatever, big hills and all that kind of stuff, it will have to look a hell of a lot better than the Arosa line did, because that with its interpretation of the gorgeous Swiss mountainside in the Rosa line looked nothing like real life, that's for sure. Not even close. Right, let's increase the power. 65%, that should do the job. Kikes, I don't know how you say your name, but it says hi from Germany. Hey, how are you? Hope you're well. Thierry Jenkins, Germany, Austria, and on the other one I'm not sure. Okay, that was a good guess though. Germany, Austria. That was a very good guess. Boy, what day when you start live streaming? I stream on Sundays and Mondays. I don't stream every day. I simply don't have time to stream on every day, and I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I'd like to I don't want to burn myself out just streaming constantly. Yeah, it's good for the viewership and all that kind of stuff, and I get more subscribers, but I prefer to focus on making my normal content, like Train Sim World content or other things, and yeah, plus I want to have some downtime to myself, so I think Sunday and a Monday is enough for me, streaming wise. Okay, just over 10 kilometers to go until Rovenberg sort. 13 exactly, we'll make that 12 exactly now until we reach our destination. Janos Adair 523 like the BR442. Kind of, yeah. I see where you're coming from, yeah. Yeah, but that 423, not 423, 523, sorry, yeah, it looks striking. I'd be interested to see how they replicate that, because I think the 422, River did a good job in the performance characteristics, certainly, and the visuals. For sound, it's difficult to draw judgment if the sound is real or not. I haven't looked at real life footage or real life sound clips of a GE442, so it's difficult to judge that, but certainly from the visuals and, like I said, the performance characteristics, they did a perfect job. So yeah, I'd be interested to see how the RAB 523 will be like to drive. And Leusen to Cersei, I have little to no knowledge at all of that area of Switzerland, so and I don't really want to know much about it, other than I know what the route length is, because I want to keep myself like guessing, that's for sure. Right, we've got a red coming up, and I've got an awful feeling we're about to bottle it. Oops. No, please have mercy. Oh, we're not gonna make it. Stop, 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 stop. Please, 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 stop, 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 stop. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, that was close. Ooh, good thing I realised that. That's a consequence I almost paid then, of chatting too much. Ooh. Aye, aye, aye. Too close for comfort. That was a... Woo, heart was racing then. Woo-hoo. Nearly a third stream on the bounce where I hit a red signal and failed. Not this time. Whoa. Woo. Luck was on my side or what? Jeez. Woo-hoo. Let's take a look at the chat while we wait for this red signal to clear. East 60 Guy 101, do you like the 313? East Coastways 313. It's okay. I don't love it. I like the livery. Livery's cool. I like the fact you get real life pictures of what is it, Brighton, I think, or some south coast area. I like that. It looks cool. As far as its usage on Brighton, it's replicated pretty well. You can use it on practically most, if not, most of the passenger services on the East Coastway. You get quite a few in Brighton Mainline that does empty stock runs. I covered that in my timetable series as well, if you want to check that out. Every destination displays work. Not sure on the sound characteristics, because obviously I think it's similar sound-wise to the 143, to the 314, I should say, from Cathcart Circle. But, would I recommend picking it up? Yeah, I would. I would pick it up. I would. Adds a lot to East Coastway. It doesn't add new services because it really doesn't need to. I think East Coastway is busy enough as it is, but it's implemented very well. The scenarios, I haven't actually tried them, but they look interesting every time I go through the scenario menu now and again. And they add some services to Brighton Mainline if you have a PS5 or the new Xbox or PC. So yeah, I'd pick it up. Not sure if it's on the discount now, but I think it's a solid package overall. Yeah. Janos said, I need to go to sleep, so have a good game and enjoy. Good night for everyone. Thank you, Janos. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Thierry, I want a Welsh route and a Northern Irish route in the UK is sorted. Yeah, true. A route in Ireland. Ooh, that'd be cool. Or Northern Ireland, I should say. Be interesting. I wonder if Dublin in Ireland has a subway route or some sort of underground system. We're going wheel slipping a bit there. Let's decrease the power a little bit. There we are. Just over 7 kilometers to go until the Lovenberg sort. Once we're off the main line, it'll be a piece of cake then, he says. Well, I'll just come off the power and cruise for a minute. That's lucky. Yeah, it was lucky, Thierry and Bobby. Very close indeed. Thierry, well, Dovetail have started using AM. Or Armstrong Powerhouse sounds. They have, yeah. I'm not sure which ones, I'll be honest. I know the 465 definitely has some Armstrong Powerhouse sounds. There's another red coming up. Surprise, surprise. Right, let's come to a stop near the fairground. Wouldn't want to be on the fairground in these rainy, blustery conditions. Not this time anyway. It's 7:28 in the morning. It's probably the first time ever I've seen a fairground open this early. It's probably the staff checking out all systems go, I suppose, on the Ferris wheel. Looks like the London Eye from a distance, doesn't it? Well, obviously it isn't the London Eye. If they brought if Dovetail brought the Portsmouth direct line, which goes from London Waterloo to Portsmouth Harbour, then obviously we would get the London Eye and Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. That'd be quite cool. They do well with some London landmarks of the Shard and the is it the Gherkin building as well? I think that's on the Brighton Main Line, I think. Not sure. But I know there were some London landmarks in the game. Wembley Stadium's on the Bakerloo line, of course. As is the Shard at the depot. Thierry Jenkins, whatever. Thierry, I'll call you, it's easier. The London commuter 377 and 387 have Armstrong power. Oh, they have those sounds as well. Okay, I see. Maybe we should get those sounds on the 375 and the other 377 for Southeastern High Speed and East Coastway. I must say, speaking of routes of the past, I'm getting a bit frustrated that we're still waiting for these big updates to come to routes of the past. It's taking forever now. It's getting beyond the joke. I mean, we still haven't got that Peninsula Corridor update. You know, Dovetail said, what, in December, near Christmas? Like, it was finished. I mean, like, what's taking so long? You know, it's done, dusted, release it. You know what I mean? Like, just release it now. It's frustrating. I mean, it's quite nice that we're seeing some other upgrades and improvements to rapid transit and Great Western. It's great seeing them, but we want it out, you know? Like, it's going to get to a stage where we're going to have like a traffic jam of updates just waiting to be arrived and won't be released for some reason. I'm sure it's not intended to be like that. Their release schedule for publishing these updates to us all and upgrades, but there we are. It's the way it is, isn't it? The sooner those upgrades can come, the better. I think that's like the number one thing we want to see right now, is those upgrades and updates to routes of the past. It's just dragging on and it's becoming a bit annoying now. It's almost like, well, yeah, we're getting a new route soon or whenever, but you know, we want the routes we got now upgraded as well. Now would be a good time to have it out, but hey ho. Bobby, what about Norfolk Southern? Well, there's no news on Norfolk Southern. If you're wondering when it's coming out, then you're in the wrong place, because there is no information regarding Norfolk Southern as of yet. In terms of a release date, which is you have to wait and see what happens, like all of us, till we get some confirmation when Norfolk Southern is ready to go. But I welcome the fact that Norfolk Southern is delayed. I'm sure it's not everyone's cup of tea that Norfolk Southern is being delayed when they want it now. But, you know, think about it. Once we eventually get Norfolk Southern, it'll be probably in a much better state than when it was originally intended to be released. So that's the way I look at it. It will be a better overall package than we would probably ever have with that route if it was to meet the original release date, which I think was like, I don't know, maybe released in February time or something, or start of February. What's taking so long? Why are we waiting? Can we go yet? No, we can't. Why is that then? What's taking so long? That's the line out of here, isn't there? Oh, they probably have to wait for a train to come out of the port, maybe? No, there's nothing there. What's going on then? Maybe there's a train or something that's coming. There's a train. Oh, that's stopped too. What's going on here? Is this one leaving? It will do soon. Have to wait for the signal to change. Okay, we have to cross the tracks. Okay, that might be why. It's not only trains behind us that needs to pass us. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there's one coming. Okay. So not too long, hopefully, before we can press on and continue. Bobby, I think they said no about Norfolk Southern. Well, in terms of it releasing, obviously, yeah, it's delayed. It will come to Train Sim World 2. We just have to wait. That's all. Dovetail and Skyhook are just working together so they can make the route a better package. Like I said, like make the scenery look a bit better, or the rolling stock and the locomotives be in a better state, and maybe bugs and fixes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's going to come. To Train Sim World 2, Horseshoe Curve. We'll just, like I said, just have to sit tight and be patient. It's a waiting game. Right, now we can proceed. So we've been given, finally, a green light to move forwards. We've got a speed limit of 40 coming up. So now I think we'll just be slow and steady into Rovenberg Sort. We've got to cross the main line first and get onto that little section of track so we can reach the port. I think it's like a port, I'm not too sure. I swear it is a port. Ooh, let's come off the power and on the brakes. Went a little bit too fast. That should do for now, I think. Oh, now it's going to accelerate to 80 again. That's one line we've crossed. There comes another. Thierry on London commuter, one platform. The Reigate station name is still missing. Is it? Oh, I didn't know that. Reigate. What is that station? Can't remember. Reigate station. Is that the one with that little branch line to the side by Gatwick Airport? I might be mistaken. I can't quite remember. It might be that, I'm not too sure. I didn't realise the station name was missing. Oh. That's news to me. Didn't realise that. E60 Guy 101 has got the achievement for driving for 10,000 miles. Ooh, well done. Right, we're off the main line now. Now it's double track, mostly to Rovenberg Salt. We're very near the end of our journey now. Just got to go on the brakes because we have a very steep downhill gradient of 2.5%. Very steep, very steep. Here we are. And now we have a very steep incline. Thankfully it's a bit lighter now outside the locomotive, so we can see a bit clearer outside, aside from the rain getting in the way. Bobby's got to go. Fair enough. I'll see you next time, Bobby. Take care. Thierry, it's the line that comes off at Red Hill. Oh, I can't put a picture in my head of what that station looks like. Like I said earlier in the stream, I haven't touched Brighton Main Line since November. I've got a terrible memory, I do apologise. I'm getting old. I'm joking, of course I'm not. Well, I am getting old, but not old. 2 kilometres exactly until Rovenberg, so almost said 2 miles mistakenly. That's me thinking of Brighton Main Line. Or London Commuter as it's known as. And yes, we will be doing a stream on London Commuter. My only fear is if the route can cope. Or the PS5 can cope as well, for that matter. The sheer volume of traffic, because there's still no guarantees that every time you start excuse me, I've got hiccups. Every time you start a stream, start a service, I should say, in that route, there's no guarantees you'd finish it, because either the game would crash or something. So whether Dovetail have resolved those problems, I'm not too sure. I know they fixed an issue with London Commuter that concerns red signals, which was a welcome tonic to the route. Right, now I've got to check the I think it's automated here. The points. Oh, there's no points at all. One kilometre to go. We've made it. This long, perilous, treacherous voyage is finally coming to an end. Hopefully with success. We have one more obstacle, which is a red signal, but I think we should be okay. Thierry, no, it still always crashes. Surprise, surprise. Maybe I won't stream on it for a while then. Okay, just got to concentrate for a second here, so I can actually complete this service. Last thing I want to do is bottle it and make a fool of myself once again when it comes to running into a red signal. Right, let's get on the brakes. That should do nicely. Hey, awesome. Brilliant. That took me just under 53 minutes. Got a gold. That's fantastic. And there we are. That will conclude the stream. We'll just go to the main menu. There we are. And say my goodbyes. But there we are. We did it. Successfully completed 2 services on Hauptstrecke Hamburg, Lübeck. If you did enjoy it, make sure to give the stream a like, and please subscribe if you are new for more Train Sim World content, be that streams or whatever. The next stream will be on this Sunday, which, what date is that? March the 6th, 2022. Join me then. I'm not sure what I'll be streaming on yet in Train Sim World 2, but keep your eyes peeled on the community section of my YouTube channel to find out what I'll be streaming on next in Train Sim World 2. So, yeah, make sure to tune in to my YouTube channel at 8:30 p.m. UK time on Sunday the 6th of March. This stream, of course, will be re-uploaded to the channel with the live chat replay fully enabled, as well as 1080p quality, so you can watch it back as many times as you like. It will also be in a dedicated playlist for the streams on my channel. So I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Have a good rest. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, I will see you next time. Thank you very much. Take care, everyone. Have a good week.